Hello and welcome to another short where I show off some of the Roman coins in my collection. Today we have made it to the man, the myth, the legend, not Aurelian, not Claudius II, but still, if not even more important than both of them, Emperor Gallienus. Gallienus was the son of previous Emperor Valerian, whose coin I showed in the previous iteration of the short, and unlike his father, he proved to be a bit more efficient or perhaps a bit more lucky in his dealings because he managed to survive all the way from 253 to 268, which makes him the longest reign until the reign of Diocletian and Maximian, once the crisis of the 3rd century ended with them. In this case, with the reign of Gallienus, we get to see in full force the decline of the Antoninianus. Until now, especially with this coin, which I will explain in a moment, we've seen that it remained relatively silvery, and in this case this coin too is relatively silvery. The flan work isn't necessarily the best, and it's a little bit worn, which isn't necessarily a problem of the coin makers themselves, but this coin just being slightly circulated. But in any case, the portrait, which is one of the things that matters the most to me when collecting coins, the portrait is really nice. He has a very nice beard and a very sharply made bust that shows his personality and that shows that it's Gallienus. And unlike later emperors, he is actually distinguishable. In any case, his titulature was already getting simplified to just being Gallienus Pius Felix Augustus. Gallienus the dutiful, the fortunate Augustus. This is not necessarily because the flans were getting smaller, but because he didn't need anymore to announce his full name, Publius, Licinius, Gallienus. The people already knew him. The people had known him for a while. But in any case, on the reverse, he did get to celebrate his own victory. As we saw with Maximinus Thrax, he also achieved many victories against the Germans, and he celebrates them here by saying Victoria Germanica, and by showing victory on top of the world. That little circle or that little orb there is the world. They knew that the world was round even back then, and with two captives, which is a very strong message to not mess with Gallienus. Sadly, his own men eventually messed with him, and in 268 he got stabbed to death. RIP to the best one. Thank you for watching.